say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down.
Power Season 3, Episode number 7. Don't Go is the name of the episode. I'm going to go ahead and go through this episode kind of quickly. I'm trying to go to bed kind of early tonight. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Please keep in mind, if I miss any scenes, I do apologize. Let's go ahead and get into it, like I said. So this whole entire episode was based around the interrogation of the Lobo's death. So it starts off with Angela, Mike, the black guy, I think his name is Donovan, Greg, and the other dude all get interrogated by the two ethics office people coming in to investigate what's going on, the leak inside the office. So they're interrogating everybody who's on the task force. Everyone's basically telling them everything that they know, and they're basically trying to flip them on everybody else in the office by basically playing mind games, trying to get into their head, whatever. And the only person who wasn't falling for that shit was Mike. That nigga played that shit calm, cool, and collected. He basically answered their questions and didn't get on anything else. That's how you do it. You answer the questions, you don't answer anything else. So let's go ahead and get to the interrogation of Angela. This is how I know this bitch don't think for shit and she dumb as fuck. And she let anybody just get into her fucking head. So when the chick was interrogating her, she basically came at Angela. First of all, why was she texting James from her company phone? Like, who the fuck does that? Like, you don't have a personal cell phone? I didn't get that shit. That shit was just stupid as hell. So anyway, she's reading off the text messages from the company phone, reading it back to her. And so because everybody before her kept saying, speak to Angela, she's dealing with this dude named James at Patrick's. They threw that shit in her face. And she was like, you know, James basically played you for a fucking sucker. Like, he didn't see you as being a future judge or attorney, the attorney that you are, or future judge to come to be. He basically played you out. So this dumb hoe, who's in her feelings, basically started admitting to all the dirt that she did that she know is fucking illegal. Like cloning this man's phone, basically lying about that quote unquote police detail that she had on Thomas Egan. Basically, you know, the stuff with no more, all that shit. She admitted to all that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, bitch, you don't admit to any guilt for a motherfucker to come back and use that shit against you. Like, you let the motherfuckers figure that shit out on their own. Like, I don't get paid to incriminate myself. I don't get paid to do your job. Your job is to find out if I'm guilty or not for me to tell you that I am guilty. So I'm like, oh my gosh, she's fucking slow and fucking retarded. Let's move on. So Ghost and Karen in the club, and they're finalizing the last details of their business venture together. He's letting her know that, yeah, I have your money by the end of the day. She's like, okay, cool. You know, my father and I will be here to collect this payment, and we'll go ahead and get everything started. You know, get everything finalized from there. Now, as she's leaving for the day, you know, after she flirted with Andre and everything. And as she's leaving, in walks Tommy along with Julio. And Julio is like, okay, so we're back in business with Ghost all of a sudden because we have a new distro. So Andre comes up to them and, you know, speaks whatever. And Tommy's still mad about what happened last season. And he's like, fuck you, nigga. I don't fuck with you. So he gives Julio a pound, whatever, and they dap it up, whatever. And so Julio, Ghost, and Tommy go outside, and they're greeted by a long stretch truck or whatever. and they get in there with Milan and his people. And as they're riding to the warehouse, what have you, Milan basically runs down James's whole biography, everything about him. And Tommy goofy ass talking about, damn, he Googled this shit out you. Yo, Tommy was a fucking clown the whole fucking episode. He was just fucking funny to me the whole episode. So let's move on. So when they get to the warehouse, what have you, we see Julio and the crew. They all got zip ties on, and you see Milan and his crew bringing in the drugs, bringing in the product. And Tommy's like, how the fuck do you even know about this spot? And Milan looking at him like, nigga, I know everything about y'all whole operation. I know everything I need to know about y'all. So don't think for 1 second that there's nothing that I don't know about y'all, because I know already. And as they're there, Milan basically kills one of his workers, saying that he didn't follow my instructions. So he had to go. So he tells Ghost, I want this money to me by the end of the day, and I want it made out to my company. Milan basically tells Ghost, you're not gonna pay Karen that money that you were finna get her. That money's coming to me. So I need you to go ahead and get that together. Underlay, and get my money. Let's move on. So then we see Tasha and Tariq. Tariq has like 2 more sessions to do with therapy before he can return back to school. So as they get ready to leave, whatever, and Tasha's asking him, you only have 2 more sessions to do. Don't you want to see your father at career day? He's like, no, I hate him, and you hate him too. And she's like, son, I don't hate your father. This little nigga got balls of steel this whole episode. He came out his face and he said, stop fucking lying. Now let me just say this right here. Tasha is the best mother in the world, because if that little nigga was my son, Lord help him. I'm gonna say it again. I do not play with youngins in no way, no shape, and no form. Because if it had been me, I wouldn't even try to slap him. I would have went to my fucking damn safe where my gun was, got that gun, cocked that shit back, raised that shit to my fucking son's head, and would told that little nigga, oh, you must have forgot who the fuck you were talking to. Because you must be want to die today. You must be forgot who the fuck I am, my nigga. Like, I brought you here, and today I'm going to take you out. You must be got a death wish on your head tonight. So she's in shock. After she tried to slap him, and he blocked her shot, blocked the slap, whatever. She sends him off to the room, whatever, and she gets on the phone and calls his daddy. And it's like, Ghost, you need to come talk to your son right away before I fucking ride and kill his ass. Let's move on. So basically, back to the interrogation of the Lobos case. So everyone got interrogated, and Mike got called back in, and the lady is like, you've been working on the Lobos case the longest. A couple people got killed on your watch. Why is that? And basically, Mike played it cool. He was like, okay, and I was always exonerated. I don't have anything to do with that. So she basically just trying to get to his head, and Mike knows the game. He's like, okay, and do you have any evidence against me? If you do, please produce it. If not, bitch, let me the fuck go. But while he's there, he throws Angela's ass under the bus, and again mentions James St. Patrick. So now they want to go talk to James. So let's move on. Ghost goes to the house with Tasha. She's telling him about what happened with Tariq. And after they had that conversation, he decides to bring up the conversation about withdrawing money from the kids' trust funds in their IRA account. And she's asking him for what? Why would I do that? The tax penalties are going to be fucking severe, and why would I steal from my kids? And Ghost is like, I will never steal from the kids. Those are our children. I will never do that. As soon as the stuff gets settled at the club, I'll go ahead and put the money back in there. Tasha's like, no, because as soon as the money start getting back good with the club, whatever case may be, you use this money, whatever you're gonna use it for, you're gonna forget all about that money and not replace it. So, sir, I'm not gonna be able to help you with that. Sorry. Better yet, once you go ask your side bitch for that money. So he basically tells her, that they're not together anymore. He doesn't want to go into it. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the scene where Miss Busybody Angela's side piece, don't know her motherfucking lane or her place, decides to go over to Tasha them house. So this bitch decides to go over to the house, right? Tasha's house. Calls her down from the penthouse, whatever case may be. Starts questioning her. So were you at the whatever hotel they were at last week with James? And Tasha look at her like, bitch, you trying it too much. You doing way too much for me. So she basically tried to threaten Tasha, but not knowing Tasha know the game too. Like, she's built for that. She's built for his life. And there's nothing that you can say to try to threaten her to make her scared. So Angela's trying to put on her biggest, baddest, tough girl. Well, if you don't tell me what I need to know, I can't help you. I can't protect you. Tasha was like, yeah, we were together, bitch. We fucked. And what? Why this hoe came out her face and had the nerve and the fucking audacity to ask this wife, I'm going to repeat that again, this man's wife, how could you take him back? Come again? Let me repeat that. Let me wind it back. This side bitch asked this man's wife, how could you take him back? Girl, fix my glasses on that one. Tasha gave her the look that I'm giving right now. And she basically, in so many words, said, bitch, I'm his wife. I'm the mother of his children. Take him back? My fucking husband. The fuck do you mean? And she basically says, you were a midlife crisis, Miss Angela. So whatever the fuck y'all had, that shit is over. Crisis over. And she bumped the fuck out that bitch. She did and knocked that hoe down on the way up to the elevator. And the way she fucking looked, she looked fucking stupid. Like the way Tasha told her, she looked fucking stupid. And she kind of looked as if she regretted it would say that shit out her mouth because she knew she fucking out of place and out of order. Like, oh my god, I'm not even gonna go on a tangent with that because I can go on and on with that shit. Ugh. These hoes are so disrespectful and do not know they fucking damn role or the fucking place. Let's move on. Now Milan's a motherfucking beast all the way through and through. He a fucking beast. This motherfucker. So after Ghost informed Dre about what was going on and told Dre to drop an anonymous tip on his missing person, Tatiana, the chick from the club. Milan shows up to his house with the fucking chick, Tatiana. Ghost looking like, what in the entire fuck? Like, for real? So, Milan and the chick looking like, oh, nice to meet you. Please come eat. I brought enough for everybody to come eat. Yeah. And Ghost looking like, he had the dumb look the whole fucking night. But prior to the eating, why the fuck Tariq had to meet Ghost that night? So Ghost is talking to Tariq and telling Tariq he needs to apologize to his mother, and that real men apologize when they're wrong. Why this little motherfucker say? So you want me to apologize like I apologize to your side bitch? Why the fuck Ghost was so quick? Yanked that motherfucker up and was like, what the fuck you say, little motherfucker? What the fuck you say? Say that shit again. Say that shit again, nigga. What the fuck? Yo, Ghost had to snap back and remember, yo, this is not no dude from off the street. This is my fucking son. So I'm not gonna kill him right now. This is my fucking child. Tariq, my nigga, you don't know your fucking daddy is a certified killer, but he really is. The nigga is a killer. Let's move on. So after the dinner is over, and Milan and Tatiana leave for the night, because Tasha's smart, she picks up on shit all the time. Just because she wasn't saying anything at the time, at the dinner, she knew some shit was up. So as soon as they leave, Tasha's like, what the fuck was all that about? So they go out the house and Ghost explains to her what's going on. What is going on. So she's like, what the fuck are we going to do? Now, we go to Tommy at the grave of Holly. He's drinking, fucked up, pissy drunk, talking to her, whatever. And he gets surrounded by the Serbs. And they fuck around and tasing the shit out of his ass and bring him in, basically kidnap his ass, take him back to the warehouse and beat his ass down because he didn't follow through with the plan as far as killing the father, the Catholic priest. So he just let him live, but asked him to stop, told him to stop selling the guns to those Albanians, but he didn't kill him. So he got his ass towed down for the floor down, like fucked up for real, like real fucked up. And basically he told Tommy, you know, this is the best time of your life that you will want to live. So yeah, that was kind of sad. But let's move on. Oh my God, I almost forgot. Tasha opened her mouth and told Tommy about the fucking baby. That just threw that nigga over the edge. Sometimes it's best to be quiet about things that you know until it's confirmed that that the other person knows for opening your mouth, because you don't know how that might you don't know how your words might affect somebody else, or how it could throw somebody really off and throw them over the edge. So basically Tommy feeling like he ain't got shit to live for. He wants to die. So the last thing I want to talk about is the scene where Angela comes over to Ghost's penthouse apartment, whatever he was staying at, the hotel, whatever. And she comes in there basically running her mouth about, I know you killed Lobo, I know you did this right here. And Ghost looking at her like, what the fuck you talking about? And you know, he's street smart. He basically trying to throw her down on the bed and check to see if she got any wiretaps on or whatever. And she's like, I don't have any wiretaps on. If I did, we both go down. And he's basically steady denying what's going on, because he know better than to admit some bullshit that he's done. So they go through it. They go back and forth about, you need to find out, I'm gonna go down for this, get the death penalty, whatever. And at the end, as she's leaving out the hotel room or penthouse, whatever it is, he's like, don't go. But she leaves anyway. That was basically the episode right there. Did I forget anything? Oh, I did. I forgot one more thing. The last thing I want to say is, Kanan ain't shit. He is fucking a psychopathic motherfucker. Why this nigga was walking some old lady to her house with her groceries and fucked around and killed this lady with a fucking Jesus Saves pillow? My nigga, you smothered this old lady with a fucking Jesus Saves pillow. Who does that? Fucking psychopaths. Okay, I'm done. But anyway, I'm going to try something new starting tomorrow. I'm going to call it Bible Verse Monday. Just something to get your week started off on the right track. So I'm going to have some Bible verses up on Mondays, just to get your week started, you know, on a good note. But yeah, I gotta get up early in the morning, so let me just go ahead and end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys have a great night, and we'll be back again. And don't forget, tomorrow it's gonna be the start of Bible Verse Monday. So you guys have an awesome night. Sleep tight, and I'll holler at y'all next week.